energy drain to energy gain, and where we take our motivation for the week to get us, power us up and get us through the week in a conscious living style of living. That's the whole process. This isn't a place to buckle up and do the work, although it is. It's rather than work, it's a lifestyle. You're styling your life in a way that works for you. So what does that look like? Have you taken a moment to jot that lifestyle down? Put on your flavor of you, so to speak. Take off the old and reconstruct, sew together, weave together, string together a new you, if that's what you want. Or maybe you just want to polish something up a little bit. We've been on the magical Mondays of mindfulness. Mindfulness is where the magic happens. That's where you, I like the word transmute in the transformation process. You're transmuting, you're taking an old energy, an old flavor of you, and you're giving it a new color. You're adding just a little something more to your experience of life. You might be stepping up in a certain area of your life. You might be reducing sugar, reducing swear words, reducing judgment and criticism to yourself first. And then that will carry over to others. It might be easier to see that you're judging others. So you might want to stop there and then have it mirror back to you naturally. So another area that I really love to create a higher awareness, a higher mindfulness for myself is when we did the Facebook Lives, 111 Lives, we had a different theme going for about every 2 weeks. And then we would work up the energy centers of the body. So the first energy center is called your root chakra, with sort of safety and security. So we would take a look at where we might not feel safe. When we get that jittery feeling in our body, it's like, that's interesting. I'm safe. There's nothing here. There's no saber-toothed tiger chasing after me. And reaffirming to my body that I am safe and taking measures and exercises, taking steps and action steps to reinforcing that for your body, for my body. Then going up into the second chakra, that would be like week 2 to week 4, where we work through the emotional part of the body. And what's coming up? What do I notice in my body? That's the mindfulness part. What am I experiencing? What's that felt sense in my body with regards to some emotions that you may have experienced? There's no shortage of that going through the last year and a half of our experience during these times. And then taking some action steps towards that. And then going up into the third chakra area. That's where our self-confidence, our will center is as well, and our willpower, or our ability to step into our own self, our higher self. And what does that look like? And taking exercises there. And that was another 2 weeks. And then coming up into our heart and being really heart-centered in that place of gratitude and love and joy. And, cracking that heart open. It's no surprise that we have some protection around our heart. Just take a look at the bone structure that's around our heart region. And it happens on the felt sense even more so. We come up into our throat area, our 5th chakra. This is our ego to thy will, not my will, as we force my will, my will, my will. We often forget, no, it's thy will. So you're stepping into that service place of thy will and speaking your truth and connecting your voice and your heart. This is our bridge where we're bringing the mind and the body together. So it's quite an active area that we want to take steps into. And then up into our third eye. I like to think of it as basically our most important eye, where we get into our clarity and intuition and take steps and exercises to work through this area of the body. And that is mindfulness in its truest form. And when we become more mindful, that is the place then and there, that clarity and intuition. We can follow our gut, we can follow our heart, because we've onboarded all these energy centers. And then we come up into the seventh chakra, where it connects us to other forms of intelligence, including our higher self and divine consciousness, all the helpers that are along the way. All these levels of consciousness actually raise your vibration. When there is one out of balance, or one that's blocked, or one that is overactive, or one that's deficient, that's where we want to pay special attention and work to that. Bring in the strength of our area, different parts of our body, and work to the weaknesses that we may be experiencing within our energy centers. That's what I do as an energy practitioner. I'm an certified advanced integrative energy healing practitioner. I went to the college here, Langara College, for 2 years to study deeply this modality, as well as previous to that was a Himalayan yoga and meditation teacher, where I went to St. Thomas University in Minneapolis to stay in residence there to take the program for Himalayan yoga and meditation teaching. And then further that, I went into and did some work, a lot of work actually, in PSYCH-K, which is applied kinesiology that works with the muscular system and identifies when you are weak, when you create a stress in your muscular structure, literally unable to hold your arm up to something that you're thinking or speaking. And then recently, the last 3 years, I have been studying Chinese medicine and the Aroma Accu-Point therapy, working with the meridians of the body in order to gain yet another gateway into the energy centers of our body. Because the mind, your mind and energy, which stands for me, as in BlissBE.Me, me is mind and energy, is bliss. That will take you to bliss. That will allow you to be in that bliss place, because it's, and everything else, the emotional and the relational and everything else is the gravy train to that. It all just comes together. But another source that I really like to work with is oracle cards. I call them consciousness cards, because what they do for me and for others that I've spoken with is they help to raise your consciousness, or something as little as a little card. These are little heart cards, I call them. And after a session, one of my clients get to pick a card to see where they're vibrating and resonating at that time, and how they can hold that. That's the whole thing that we're doing, is we're repatterning the body and creating a holding pattern with self-care maintenance and exercises in which to create what it is that's most important to you. So I'm going to pull a card today so that we can have something. It's kind of like a little goalpost to where we're going in the days. It creates a higher consciousness, so that, well, it just creates a higher awareness, which therefore creates a higher consciousness. So this is for today, May 17th, 2021. There it is. I love when it bounces out. Wow, it's All Tied Up, it's called. All Tied Up. It's card number 23. I just used the energy deck from Sandra Ann Taylor, and you can see it. Yeah. And the card reads, and it comes with an affirmation. Affirmations also, I love the affirmations because they also increase our consciousness. All tied up, lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. Imagine. This card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrists, bodies, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up in your own personal stuff? Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes. You needn't live in your self-imposed jail any longer. And the affirmation is, I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up. I am free to choose my reality. If you want to create more freedom in your life, please come in and see me on a one-to-one treatment. I have 2 locations that I work out of, MaxFit on Tuesdays in Port Moody and in Coquitlam at my BlissBE.Me studio on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Any other time outside of that is available on special needs case. But do reach out. I would love to assist in opening up your unstuck areas and taking those energy drains and turning them into energy gains with Advanced Integrative Energy Healing. That's it for today. Thank you for being here. Love you so much, and make it a great day.